2007 was a year of numerous Sonic happenings. Games were released, people were overjoyed, and people were aggravated. Now that we are into 2008, it's time to look back at the year gone and ask ourselves, what were the significant moments in the Sonic community for 2007?
And number 10 is a situation that got the whole community in a kerfuffle. It was back in August that the president of Sega of America said something very regrettable indeed. Simon Jeffrey was doing an interview for a magazine when he said the Sonic franchise was an amazing recruitment vehicle for younger gamers, but loses its cool factor when you get to about 12 years old. This, of course, was not taken well by the Sonic community at all, who on average are over the age of 12, some reaching into their mid-20s. The whole community started to express their anger and rage, including Dreadnoughts, who said, "I'm sure there are supporters of this crappy Sonic the Hedgehog bull you've been churning out with Sega over the last 6 years, but even they will give rise to your challenge that Sonic is uncool for over 12s. In fact, I'm sure examples such as Sonic Heroes, Sonic 06 and Shadow the Hedgehog will be prominently used to detail how so far down the toilet your flagship franchise has been flushed. It ain't the consumer base that's helping to make Sonic uncool, it's you and your voice acting, your stupid Armageddon-style action movie bullshit, your cutscenes every 5 minutes, and your total lack of any gameplay in your product. Yours truly, a pissed off, tired adult Sonic fan." However, all was not lost. I'm so happy. Simon agreed to do an interview with Dreadnoughts and generally did his best to undo the PR damage he'd done. Everything seemed to be okay, but it's fair to say that some damage can never be undone.
It was July that chatter began on a public release of a test engine of the lost Sonic game, Sonic X-treme, which was originally planned to debut as the Sonic game on the Sega Saturn. Sonic X-treme is probably one of the most talked about Sonic games that never made release. From videos of it at an old E3, to people from its development speaking out, this game has captured the interest of the community. So for this game to be released in some form or another got everyone very excited.
Admittingly, it was the least enjoyable game that came out in 2007, but it wasn't as bad as everyone wanted to make out in our opinion. Some more fun levels, a deeper story, and some new characters were nice to have, and it amused many Sonic fans on the bus.
The time of the year where Sonic nerds get together and show off their latest fan-made creations returned, and it was greater than ever. Yeah, that's right. Sage was back in full force for its 2007 showing. It truly succeeded in being one of those events that united the community to celebrate Sonic.
It was in late February and early March that the world got to play Sonic and the Secret Rings. It got very mixed reviews. Some people loved its story focusing only on Sonic, running through levels at speed and whatnot, but others, well, they didn't like the gameplay with the Wiimote, and they said it was annoying and too linear. However, at the time, it seemed to restore faith in some fans. In fact, it seemed to be more popular and enjoyable than the big release, Sonic the Hedgehog, on 360 and PS3.
Japan has the Sonic Channel, and America had Sonic Central. But what did Europe have? Nothing. Well, that was until November. Thanks to Archangel UK and some other lovely chaps at Sega, Sonic City was launched. Not only was it official, complete with bios and the usual stuff, but it also contained articles, interviews, and more.
Well, who would have thought? After years of being bitter rivals, Sonic and Mario actually starred side by side in a game. Admittedly, the game did feel overhyped for what it was, which in reflection was a fun but limited party game, with many of the games being near identical. However, despite this, it sent shockwaves through the community simply for having these two mascots together. This was a first for gaming, and a big one. We bet if we asked you back in the 90s if this would have ever happened, you'd look shocked and probably offended too.
It was in 2007 that BioWare revealed that they were working with Sega on a new RPG. Admittedly, we knew very little back then, but the idea of playing as Sonic through an epic storyline was enough to send some fans into heaven. This also sent out a message that Sega was willing to try new things with the franchise, which may or may not be a good thing at this point in time.
This had to be one of the biggest announcements ever for some Sonic fans. Since the announcement of Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube, people wondered if Sonic would make a guest appearance in this game. However, it wasn't until the third installment of Smash Bros. Series that fans got what they wanted. Finally, they could pit Sonic against Mario in a fight to the end. Not only that, but many fans felt that Nintendo seemed to capture the feeling of Sonic better than Sega had of late. Plus, with the new version of the Angel Island music, this had to be one of the most exciting announcements of 2007.
Some may disagree, but we felt that this was the highlight of 2007. Sonic Rush Adventure brought many fans who felt lost with Sonic right back to being fanboys. It was doing what Sonic did best, running around loops at silly speeds in 2D, and boy did we have fun. Admittedly, the story was not great, but as an overall package it really did feel like you were taking on an adventure. The boat sections were fun, the extra missions were great for replayability, and we just loved this game. Online mode was a nice touch too. It just seems that when you thought the franchise was going nowhere, Sega brings it right out of the bag and surprises you. And there you are again, rushing around levels, fighting bosses, collecting Chaos Emeralds with giddy enjoyment, just like you were when you were playing Sonic back on the Genesis. And just think of the younger players who will play this as their first game, bringing a new generation of fans to look at his glory days of the 90s. We know this game wasn't flawless, but it's brought us back to why we loved Sonic, and for this reason alone it deserves the title of our #1 highlight of 2007.